I don't know. It's just sound very strange to me that something that is very affecting most of the marriages, most of the people, even young people, they would prefer not to talk about it. And the Bible says, "We shall know the truth, and it shall make us free." And also, the people perish because of lack of knowledge, and because we have rejected knowledge. So it's very crucial that we talk about important things. So today we're going to talk about what? The divine dimension or divine spiritual dimension of sex in marriage. I want to make it very short so we can have enough time to exchange, okay, to interact. Divine spiritual dimensions of sex in Christian marriage. Now, the first thing I would suggest we look at is what this had to do with God. Because if we agree that marriage is God's institution to fulfill God's purpose, now in divine eternal design, the only way to continue procreation, you got to have sex involved. And a procreation is a continuation of creation. Not to say the unfolding of creation. So we are all created in Adam. 1 Corinthians 15, verse 20 to 23. All of us created in the first Adam and then recreated in the second Adam, Christ. So you and me have been created not when you were born or when you were conceived. No, the very day God created Adam, in him, the whole mankind was created. Then he placed a law, which is the law of procreation through sex, to continue human race, not just to stay on earth, so that they will repopulate heaven. So where is Moses right now? Moses in heaven. How he got there? His mother and father have sex. Otherwise, he would never be born and never get to heaven. Never. So we have to understand sex is absolutely not about husband and wife. It's about God to fulfill his purpose and vision. The very moment we take it out of God's hand, then we're going to use it selfishly for many selfish reasons. Become destructive. Only through sex that you can blend the mysteries of gender. With only through sex that we can fulfill the thought of God when it's come to we being chosen in Christ before the foundation of the world. If you look into your Bible very carefully, Ephesians chapter 1, verse 4 says that we are chosen in Christ before the foundation of the world. You and me, we are chosen way before creation. So how do we get here? When our mother and father have sex. So we have in God's mind, and the only way we can show up here, our father and mother need to be involved. Let's read a case of Jeremiah right here. Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou come forth out of the womb, I sanctify thee. And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nation. God needed a prophet. So before Jeremiah was formed, God knew him. But the only way Jeremiah can get here to do the work God called him for, Jeremiah's father and mother need to get in bed. They had to have sex. It to fulfill the thought of God. I am trying very much to make sure that it's very clear. Sex is not about husband and wife. Sex is about God. The very moment you remove from God's hand, it becomes destructive. It will be used selfishly. And then all the problem going to follow. That's why husband and wife should never use sex against each other. Never. It's pure demonic practice in a home. You get mad, you get angry, then you got to use sex against spouse. It's 100% destructive. It should never have a room in a Christian home, at least. But because of the selfishness of our heart, because of self-defense by any means, then the very thing that is designed to honor God become the weapon for destruction. Unfortunately. Let's continue in Ephesians chapter 3, verse 9 to 11 says, and to make all men see what is the fellowship of the mystery, which from the beginning of the world has been hid in God, who created all things by Jesus Christ. Verse 10, to the intent that now unto the principalities and powers in heavenly places might be known by the church the manifold wisdom of God. What? Follow carefully. There's a mystery hid in God. Then God intend that for that mystery to be revealed to who? To the principalities and powers in heavenly places. By who? By the church. So what was that mystery? The Bible is very clear. It says, how all was created by Christ. That was the mystery. The angel could not understand it. Because when Christ was presented as the only begotten, and the angel was asked to worship Christ, Hebrews chapter 1, verse 6. They worship him, but they still don't understand how Christ came out from the Father. They could not get it right. And that was one of the problems Lucifer had, but it did not take divine counsel, divine answer to it. But God designed all of this to reveal it through mankind. So what was the first church on earth? The first church was Adam and Eve, the first Sabbath keepers, the first family, the first church. So what was the mystery of creation they revealed? I suggest read that you pay good attention because this is going to change the way we view a lot of stuff. God created one man, Adam. Did God create Adam, then create Eve? No. God created Adam, in Adam was Eve. And when we look at it at chromosome level, in Adam you have XY chromosome in Adam as a man. And a woman, you need XX. And a man need XY. That's why it's a man that determines the gender. Many cultures blame a woman for having too much girls or whatever, when a man wants a male, for many good reasons, according to cultures and realities. Women don't determine gender. It's a man. So if you're having too much girl, it's not woman's fault. It's a man's fault. If you're looking for a fault, it should not be anyone's fault normally. Because we are ignorant so much sometimes that we just want to blame people for something. So I remember a story a long time ago where a family end up having so much children because they want to have a male. And the husband keep blaming the wife for having too much girl. I'm like, she's 100% innocent in this stuff. This pure biology, this God will, and more than that, if there's any room to blame somebody about gender, there is a man that have X and Y. Women have XX. Okay? Unfortunately, we don't get it right sometimes. Now, what happened is In Adam, you have the whole mankind. Maybe follow carefully. In him, you have all. In him, you have Eve. As long Eve remain in Adam, mankind cannot function. You cannot have procreation. It's impossible. And God made it like that to explain the mysteries of creation to the whole universe. So what he did is he made a body for Eve. Did not create Eve after. Eve was already created in Adam. Now Eve was made from Adam. Then watch this. Love between Adam and Eve. Sex between Adam and Eve brings children. For the first time, the angel will behold something. The angel will see two people come together and the third one is born. They come together again, another one born. Sometimes two can come. It becomes a lesson for them to understand how, are you following me? How Christ was first in the Father. Until when there was a necessity for so in God exists Christ. So I was saying, in God was the Son Christ. He does not have any beginning. For creation, Christ need to proceed out of the Father. Because everything needs to be created by the Word. And Christ is the Word. So in him, everything was created. In him and by him and for him. An angel could not understand how Christ is one with the Father in what is called the Council of Peace. In that Godhead, it is by that very mystery that God creates human being in his own image to express and reveal to the principalities and heavenly places the very mystery of creation. Look at verse 11. Ephesians 2:11 days, according to the eternal purpose which he purposed in Christ Jesus our Lord. So God decided to reveal the mystery of creation, how he created the whole world by Christ. He revealed that through human being to the angels and principalities in heavenly places, according I have purposed that in Christ. So the mystery of creation is revealed and explained through procreation. One more time. The mystery of creation of the whole universe is revealed to the angel, to principalities and powers in the whole universe by procreation. So between Adam and Eve, the mystery of creation was revealed. How? Through sex. There's a reason why we should not take sex lightly. It's a very serious thing. It's more than just our feeling and our emotion. In that plan of salvation, it was decided that human being will vindicate God before the whole universe. Follow carefully, please. And the human being will be one with God in nature and in character. We will partake divine nature and fully exhibit divine selfless character. All of this possible only through sex, when a human being need to be born first, then born again, then grow and mature in character and be sealed. If you have Moses in heaven right now, you have Elias in heaven right now, all of this because their parents had sex. Now, if you want to go much deeper, is also the revelation of the oneness between humanity and divinity. The marriage of humanity and divinity. And through marrying humanity and divinity, blending human and divine, you produce new nature called human divine nature. That is a new order, the order of the second Adam. The same way when husband and wife came together now, guess what happened? Through sex, they have a child. And that child is not just a child, it's the fulfillment of the thought of God. Like Jeremiah was in God's thought. When God needed a prophet, he need now to come from God's thought to become human. And that is only possible through sex. One more time. It is only possible through sex. So I'm trying to repeat this so much to make it clear for us that sex is not about us. That's why no one in a normal mind, God-fearing Christian, should use sex against each other. It's extremely dangerous. The verity that was intended to reveal the mysteries of God, we are using it for selfish reason and for self-defense. It is more than a curse. So what we're trying to lay down here as a principle is the husband and wife have their mind renewed very much well about sex. It's not about you. That's why any marriage where spouses are using sex against each other as a weapon, as a way of defense, as a way of expressing their unhappiness, whatever, you cannot experience peace in that marriage. It is impossible. Because you are playing with fire, playing with the deep things of God. It's not about you. I wish I'm explaining this in very much well for everybody. I beg all married people, never ever use sex against each other. No matter how angry you get, sit down and talk. Fix problem. You can build a normal emotion back. I'm not saying that even when you are frustrated, you gotta submit because it's God thing. No. Whatever frustration it is, sit down, forgive each other, go to the normal process until the mind and body get in a normal condition again. Because sometimes women can be very frustrated where their body shut down. The emotion doesn't work. Not like everything shut down. Then they both should be willing to, no matter what is the thing, to communicate, to forgive each other, and to slowly bring things back. And you do things like that, you can't go sleep on any trouble. You see, we don't end up, accumulating problem until it explode one day. If we will just respect that rule. They will not go to bed angry, defensive. This requires humility from the husband very much as well. They will teach us to become very humble, because very careful how we address each other, that we don't violate our conscience, we don't violate our feelings. Then husband become very aware that if I treat my wife very badly, she gonna have emotion gonna shut down. She have no choice but to say my body's not available. This is gonna lead us to learn to respect, to learn to cherish, to learn to appreciate. It's gonna start leading us to start correcting things that lead to the self-defense and using sex. So it's such a very delicate thing. If you look at it from divine perspective, everything's going to work. Otherwise, complete destruction is coming. We are in a time where things are so mixed up. Gender role upside down. Many things are so much in disorder that dysfunction have a room in our home. God, in his design, look how he built a man. Man is built with big muscles, even a bigger brain. Not just for him, no, for the purpose. So he needs to carry load. You need to be physically fit. You need to be mentally fit. So we need a bigger brain for the man, bigger muscle, bigger bone, everything bigger. Because it's not for him, but you have to carry wife and children. So man's role is to provide for the family. So he needs a body that is capable to provide for many people. Nowadays, we are able to control a little bit how many children you have. Back then, people have 12. Explain to me how one man will feed 14 people. Himself, the wife, and 12 children. That's 14. You must have a bigger body, bigger brain to do things like that. It's by design. So now man is built to be a provider. Slowly, if you want to break the home, you want to break everything, start removing from man as the head his role. Why the role are important? The role are very important because it's attractive. It plays a very important impact on the sex. A wife, a normal wife, admire a husband that provides, a husband that is fighting for the whole family. It's extremely attractive to the wife, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Back then, people wait for the father to come back from the farm with the good, with food, with a lot of stuff, fruit, everything. He is a man carrying hope, everything that's needed. He's planting for the future. He's bringing food daily. He is the man. And automatically, the affection of the wife goes toward him because he's the center to provide for family. It plays a big role in the woman's mind. It commands respect as well. So what the system decide, the base system decide? To condition the whole world to wander after the beast, you gotta remove a man from his position of priest and for his position of provider, remove man completely from the home. Then what do? Make life so difficult that men cannot fully provide anymore. And send also women to work. And when you send women to work, she will work for a whole day and very tired. When she's exhausted, now she needs to rest. That is one. Second, that deep emotional feeling for the husband as a provider is removed or diminished. That creates a very less need of a man in her life. Follow me very carefully, God people. So when you start pushing women to play men role, you are reducing the place of a man in her mind, in her emotions. That is the first trouble. Second, the effect of too much work on woman's body, the stress of the work, of job and all of that, it goes against the normal way woman is designed to function as an incubator in a whole. When a woman is with her children, her emotions are very different, completely different. The connection, the vibe, it is very much, even though it's hard work at home, but the interaction is very profound. It prepares her mentally and emotionally to welcome husband later on if it's necessary. But when you change that environment, instead of being in a home, interact with her children, education, homeschool, whatever it is, now you force her to go work somewhere, sometimes doing a male job, interacting with strange people. That it put her in another level of emotion where she's going to release so much of stress hormones. When she come home, it's not the same woman. She's very disturbed. She's tired. She's exhausted. And she should also know that she's not playing her role, but playing the main role. And all of this start creating a kind of numbness when it's come to sex. She's no longer, I will not say no longer, the disposition, the way to be available is very less. Now, next to that is men are becoming weaker, meaning they're losing the admiration women used to have for their husband. And this not 100% man fault. Very few men are lazy. Majority are still willing. But the problem is that a new system is created where thing male used to do a remove. Male used to farm. Now the machine farm. Male used to do a lot of stuff. Most of these things are done differently. Then quickly they're teaching a woman, you don't need a man anymore. When you are putting that in the mind, I don't need a man. Do you know it influences all your hormones? I don't need a man. I don't need a man. And your body's conditioning to that. I don't need a man. Plus, I am at work. I have another stress. Plus, I don't see the man as a provider, as my rock, as my children father that provide for my children, do everything. So slowly, there's a serious disconnection. It need a very spiritual, mature woman to really keep up with this system. Now, next to that is food and a medication. Oh, now the food is designed to break us mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And then we have to deal with birth control since 1950s. That is the worst curse ever because it modifies women hormones. Plus that, there is the spirit of building women against men. Follow carefully. The woman that was originally designed to be a helper, to be somebody that the husband provide for, protect, love, cherish. Quickly, things start changing. Now she is doing the man job. She's a provider for herself. Men that should protect her. Now police say, no, we will protect you against the same man that should protect you. Slowly, there's a detachment between husband and wife. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, even physically. So look at this carefully now. The woman should be home, have a normal emotion drive with her children throughout the day. Now she's sent to work to be stressed out. The woman should have her need provided by the husband. Now she's sent out to work to provide for herself. The same woman now is on birth control to the point where this mess of her hormones so much that the desire for sex, all of that reduce. The same woman now is in a society where things are built to say, you know what, you are independent, you don't need a man. She's processing all of these things. Then what do we see? Slowly, the desire and the need for man and woman life is coming down, down, and down, and down. Therefore, a lot of women right now don't feel no need for sex from the husband. It becomes almost normal. It's not normal, it's a conditioning. They break women mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and then more than that, men image are destroyed. Men as a provider, the woman don't say anymore, I have my own job, I can make my own money. Men as a protector, you don't need him anymore, police will protect you. So all the role that men can play and feel a man or a woman, and a woman also feel the need of a husband are removed, chipped away. So if you take a woman, she go to work tired, stressed out from work, and then she has been on birth control for so much that her hormones are messed up. And then more than that, the whole thing, the place, the role men can play in her life that make a man so attractive, and that role is removed. At the end, the body is like it can't function anymore. It's a very serious thing. Plus that, the faith is even worse. Now we are in a church system, where it's about selfishness. Then men also are not trained to play their role very much well. Men are not taught properly how to manage emotions, how to really care for, how to really feed the positive affections. So because we are ignorant, we are not taught, we are not prepared, then slowly we have a gap between husband and wife. And that is displayed in the bedroom. Don't touch me, I'm tired. No, it's a whole lot of things being accumulated. Yes, she was tired. Yes, the image of a man in her brain, in her heart is destroyed. The need of husband removed, her emotion messed up, everything upside down. Plus, we are trained to be selfish. When you combine all of that, we have a problem. Serious problem. And now next to that, men have been dumbed down. If you check, I want everyone to research how male testosterone level dropped since 1950s. Literally drop. Male sexual drive drop. How men can really last longer to satisfy women drop. So sex becomes a kind of frustration to women as well. When you put all of this together, it's going to bring dysfunction, and that's what we have today. But we are many, we faking like nothing happened, it's fine, God is good all the time, you're going to heaven, but you know you're miserable in your marriage life. You know it. And these are the things that now is leading to sexual deviation. Follow carefully now. Because when you teach a population that they don't need a man, and then at the same time, sometimes they feel a sexual need, they say, oh, we have something for you. We have a sex toy for you. See that? What the sex toy is about? It's removing men in need from women life. Are you following me? It's a global agenda. So what happened in your bedroom is a revelation of demonic works, the revelation of a conditioning of a system. And do not take it lightly. If a woman don't need men, why they have to be buying sex toy then? Now they're making a woman a robot woman to the man. Yeah, a lot of men are buying this in these days. Buy a robot, put it in your house. Anytime you're going to play with it, go play with it. And it's a serious destruction. And remember divine intent in the beginning, that men and women coming together to experience the mystery of oneness. And through that oneness, a child can be born. Through that oneness, they belong to each other. They form one body. Then it is things that are introduced. You don't need a man, take a sex toy. And it's slowly the gap. Right now, men don't want to be married. A lot of men, they will avoid marriage because it's too much. We want a woman that also trained not to need a man. If we don't see it, we think it's about men and women. No, it's an attack on divine design for that mysterious blend between husband and wife. Now, let us flip the script a little bit. What happens if things are normal? Now, let me talk a little bit. What happens when a husband and wife understand the plan of the devil? They say, we will not buy into this. We're going to have a normal sexual life. We will keep things right. We will play properly. We will take care of each other's emotions. We will be affectionate. We will fear God. We solve our problem. We'll never use sex for a way to retaliate. Guess what happened? When you and a husband and wife have sex, do you know how much that boosts your immune system? Very much. When sperm enters into women, it's a great deal. It shocks her body right away. And when it shocks the body, the immune response is very strong. Therefore, you should not be having sex with somebody else or even using sex toy because it's destructive. You will not have the normal, proper response. It's a deep stuff we're playing with. And also, it relaxes the brain. When it comes to the man, for man, it's more than having sex. It's not about sex for a man. For us, it's about how we express ourselves as the seed bearer. We bear the seed of God in the spirit. Are you hearing me? Men carry the seed. Men don't want sex, trust me. Men need sex because he's built to carry the seed of God into his loins. He's a seed bearer, and he expressed that like that. Next is the void in man to be one, to be full, to be complete. So when Adam saw Eve, like, ooh, that is the flesh of my flesh, the bone of my bone. You see that? Then there was that hunger in him, that thirst in him. So having sex for men is feeling fulfilled, feeling complete with you. It's more than just having sex. Other man can go in the bathroom, masturbate himself, and ejaculate and ease up his brain. You can do that. A lot of married people are in that right now because Wife is always working, always tired, want to make a lot of money. And what do we have now? A broken home with demonic activities, unfortunately. So when a man wants sex, it's more than having sex. It's about fulfillment of oneness. It's about expression as a seed bearer. And more than that, watch this. God build a man with a bigger brain, with strong muscle to work. So when a man work whole day, stress out all of these things, and when he have a sex in the evening, he will produce prolactin and oxytocin. Go in and research if you want to. When you secrete prolactin and oxytocin, guess what happened? It trigger your sleep mode right away. That's why men sleep better when they have sex. This is pure science. It's not about faith. It's not about faith or Bible. It's called that's how we function. Now, when a man work all day, come home, now he had to relax his brain a little bit. And I said, don't touch me, don't touch me. You're going to create dysfunctional husband. Or you're going to start doing it outside. There's a design, there's an infinite wisdom of God that designed this stuff. The very more you go against it, it will break. It won't work. And husband also learn to treat your wife that she will be mentally, physically, emotionally available for you. You don't disrespect her all day, scream at her, talk her anyhow, and then you don't show any affection. Next man, then later on, you show up with your machine gun. No, it doesn't work like that. Look at the woman's body. Everything is soft. The breast is soft, behind is soft, everything is soft. That means she'll be treated with a lot of softness. You can see, you don't need the school for that. Now look at men, everything's hard, muscle, bone, everything hard. I'm sorry. So men take a few seconds to be aroused. Boom, ready, let's go. But the other machine is not made like that. It's designed by infinite wisdom. Then you gotta warm it up. You gotta bring it up slowly with affection, very gentle touch, word of appreciation, everything. And slowly, guess what? The body start waking up, woman body. And slowly she's gonna be lubricated properly. She will release much fluid, and she's now prepared to welcome your hard stick. And a lot of men very ignorant. They think like woman is like a man, ready all the time. No, it can hurt. It does hurt when you just violate every step. You violate the way God designed things to be. So there is a need of really bringing everything back to divine design. So men need to see how God designed women's body, how that body needs to be prepared for sex, how to be prepared physically, mentally, emotionally. Now, if you're someone, you don't consider none of that, and you are not really educated to deal with it properly, and when sex for your wife become a moment of pain, a moment of frustration, you are already in violation, brother, because it was designed for deep expression of something I'm going to talk about. From now, I'm going to start a message. This is a real message now. This is a real, all I was talking about was the introduction. Now let's get into the real part of it. Sex is the expression of selflessness. Are you hearing? It's about giving up. Everyone on this line can testify. When you feel connect to a man and you surrender your body and your mind, guess what? Even your hormones, your organ, everything respond. That's how you are able to release things and you become much lubricated to welcome the penetration. Now, when a woman is stressed, tired, angry because you have offended her, guess what? She's dry. Literally dry. If you force her there, she will be hurt. It's pure science. Now, next thing is men also. When a man comes with selfless motive, his goal is to really bring the wife to that level where she will be so relaxed, where the man is about, I'm going to express my selflessness to you. You know what's going to happen? Men will last long. Any man on this line can tell you that. When we are focused on bringing you to orgasm, we last very long. We take some of the first of all, we take a time for foreplay properly, the way it should be. And then when we are in it, we delay so that we can bring it up to orgasm as well. When you are focused to bring her there, it change even man, it change your brain chemistry, your hormone, and everything. And if a wife doing the same thing, guess what happened now? It becomes spiritual. Are you hearing me? When a man is 100% selfless about it, the woman is 100% selfless about it, now we get to the selfless spirit of God flowing from the husband to the wife and from the wife to the husband. Sex is designed for full expression of selflessness, which is divine principle. If you remove that from your marriage, I guarantee you will be miserable. You will suffer. Next thing is this. When you are selfless in sex, you're going to become very productive, both of you. Your thought is going to go in the same direction. You're going to see you're going to reduce a lot of contradiction, a lot of argument, a lot of fighting. It will be reduced, maybe 99%. And when a man is sexually satisfied, he becomes very creative, very innovative, because the brain becomes very ignorant. And he's like, I am a man. I need to provide. I need to do this. He is always moving. But the very moment he is denied often, even one job is too much for him. And slowly, because he's stressed because of sex, he cannot work properly, he cannot innovate. So you can't work properly, you can't innovate, so you have a less production. Before you talk about it, we are in poverty and a lot of debt. Why? The man is not fully fulfilled in a home. Vice versa, women as well, she does not feel affection, does not feel loved, she does not feel belonging, she does not feel safe. And then guess what? The body shutting down, the help, anything, everything shutting down, because women are thinkers when it's come to vision. Women feel things way before it comes. And women have a very, very, I would say, risky life. That's why they are constantly making sure that I'm secure, my children are secure. And that make her very alert. And slowly, when she feel that she's not affectionate, she's not loved, she have no thought to suggest to the husband. But when the woman is normal, she comes to your husband, I think about this and I believe that you can do this stuff. I say we can do this kind of business. We can do this, we can do that. That's how you bring in the best out of the man. So when you cripple her without giving her the affection she needs, she also, because she's crippled, she can't meet your need. Both of you are in big trouble. And the children are going to suffer for it. Then let's move one step ahead. You're going to start affecting your health, your mental, your emotional, and then your physical health. A lot of women on this line, because of stress, they grow big fibroid. Why? Because living in marriage where you don't feel loved, you don't feel affectionate, and a constant stress, disrespect. And then before you know it, we are all sick in a home. And man, the same way. When a man don't feel loved by the wife, she's not available sexually, emotionally, slowly men start becoming detached from you, and it goes to every kind of stuff. I wish I'm making sense so far. So what I'm trying to say so far is it's not about sex. It's about functionality. Is to function. It's about functioning. When a husband cherishes the wife, when a husband is faithful, that the wife don't need to check, where is she? Is he loving somebody else? And no. If she have none of that kind of worry, And then the men develop good habit. You are to work, send a little text, love you so much. Oh, I have something for you tonight. I'm going to give you 2 orgasms, something like that. I encourage husband and wife to learn to flirt, to be young all the time. Okay? Nothing wrong with it. It's not a sin. All right? And do it in my name if you want to. So when a man understands this, you want to affectionate your wife, you want to make her feel safe financially. That's what men need to learn. Our young men should be taught to create 4 streams of income. We should never ever allow women to worry about the need in the home. It's wrong, period. She's not built to think about this. She's built to look at how to develop the children, how to help the husband. She's not built to be worried about what we're gonna eat, how the bill gonna be paid. It's called dysfunction. It's not correct. Unfortunately, men, we are not prepared enough to really understand that, look, you're gonna take a lot of people. You're gonna be much prepared than you are. But when a man is properly taught, watch this carefully. Let's say a young man graduated from college at 22 years old. He's taught by a father. And we say, okay, son, I'm gonna help you. When you are 22, you're gonna get married maybe in the next 7 years, maybe by 29. Once you have 2 jobs, I'm gonna help you. You're gonna build something that will help you to express yourself as a man, a provider for your family. Follow me carefully. That second job is being invested for the next 5 to 7 years, properly done. At the same time, you can be in a relationship, you can be married anyway, whatever. Maybe wait before you get children if it's necessary. But there's a need to build because you're going to be providing for a lot of people. And every day the needs will increase. So you take that money and invest it maybe in real estate, maybe housing or something, whatever. Anything that is safe enough, solid. When you are married, you have your job as a husband, you have something else bringing more income, and then you develop yourself to produce more. It will help you to provide and let the wife manage. You create a budget home, all of these things. You know what it does? It creates security to the wife, and that keep her hormone right. It also give the woman the image of the husband, the provider, the head of the home. You are important, you are needed, you are necessary. And that have the influence on her brain, on her hormone, and everything. Plus that, if you learn how she feel loved, okay, if she allowed to be touched, touch her daily. Before you leave your home, hug her, kiss her, whatever she like. If she likes some little gift, do that awesome time. If you love you, be much intentional. And men, are you listening to me? Sometimes be intentional. Know the size of the under of your husband, of your wife. Sometimes go and buy special underwear. Make sure it's a good quality. A little bit expensive, it's all right. And you will see. It's not about the underwear. It's about attention. You're paying her special attention. You're going in details. And when you place a woman in that condition where she feels loved, she feels safe financially, emotionally, she does not need to worry about you sleeping with anybody out there because you are grounded as a man. You are a prisoner home. You fear God, and she knows you won't touch anybody. All of that financial security, emotional security, spiritual security, the role you play in the life of the children, the way also you correct the children when they disrespect their mother. All of this build in her brain and the image of a unique man, you the husband. Are you hearing me? You gotta make yourself irreplaceable, necessary. And that's gonna affect and will command respect. It will command a lot of stuff. And slowly, she can function better. She can be a better mother to the children, can be a better wife to you. But she had to worry about paying the bills. We are late behind, doing this. Slowly look like an irresponsible man. I'm tired, I'm stressed, not just working. Plus that, you don't affectionate her. And then plus that, when you talk to her, you talk loud, disrespect her. Plus all of this, plus. Then in the evening, you show up. You're like, no, the store is closed, everything's dry. I can't do it. Then what the husband gonna do? Sometimes get up, go in the bathroom, masturbate himself. So the very design God has is broken. Then demonic activity gonna enter in that hole. Now you listen carefully. Remember I said, when things are functioning properly, this is what it's about expression of selflessness from the husband to the wife, from the wife to the husband. And that selfless spirit is the very character of God. Now, because of dysfunction and the malfunction altogether, things can't work anymore properly. Door is open to deviation, sexual deviation. And plus that, demonic power can be involved. And slowly, divine purpose in the marriage will be broken. Slowly, children are going to grow up without seeing the father cherish their wife, the mother. And they didn't learn it, they didn't see it. The two people they trust most on earth is the mother and father. When they see that they don't love each other, it's a torture to them. Children are much productive when they see their parents loving each other. They feel much safer, much fairer. They're mentally stable. So you're going to see that the lack of a proper functionality display in lack of proper sex will influence you financially, health-wise, education of the children, the future, your emotion, your spiritual life, everything going down. For that reason, I think we should do a good work on sexual life between husband and wife. It's not about sex, but letting divine design be fully functional. I'm calling husband and wife tonight. No matter how much experience you went through, no matter how bitter things are, restart from zero and see everything from God's perspective. This marriage is not our marriage, it's God's marriage, God's institution. And husband and wife are called to play a specific role. And then they're going to work together. Literally, I call you to work this thing serious. Man, I'm calling you to become the man that's needed. Become much provider. You have one job, it's fine. The other time you have, don't watch TV, create something. Oh yes, you can do so much than you think, trust me. Spend 2 hours every day on anything. For 1 year, you're going to see you become the best in that thing. But like, just keep growing, I will say like that. Be productive. Learn to the point where your wife should work by choice, not by force. I mean, she should choose to work, and she can choose how many days she's going to work. It should not be a burden that if I don't work, we can't live. We need to correct this kind of stuff because you're going to create dysfunction. I'm not here to blame men. We are victims. We are not prepared to play our role. Then become the priest in the home. Carry yourself with the fear of God in everything. When you are playing the role of a priest, you have that mental influence on her. She regard you with reverence. This is the priest in the home. This is the person God has chosen to be in this home to lead. All of that is having influence on her. Positive one, of course. So if you start fixing things financially, start fixing things spiritually, and then emotionally, men, listen up. Take a time and read. Are you hearing me? Study in detail the body of your wife. Study how breast works, which part of the breast is more sensitive, how women function, how the clitoris function, everything. Understand the anatomy of every part of her body. And then now understand her brain. The word, which kind of word will she use that will make her much relaxed? Take a time and study in detail. Woman, your wife emotion, her body, her brain, everything. It's going to help you now to start functioning differently. When she spends a stressful day and you come home and the first thing you do is give her a hug and kiss her, say, I love you. And you pass your hand for 20 seconds, she will release oxytocin. And that oxytocin will wipe out all the stress from her body right away, just like that. Your simple, honest hug, is a medicine to your wife, just like that. When she have a food for you to eat, appreciate it. It's a medicine. It helps her to function better. So you start looking at these things. And if you don't like something, you think about how can you bring this to her in a way that her emotion will not be touched because she's not another man. They function differently. We address our wife like we address another man. No. They are designed and they are soft to be treated softly, differently. They are not men at all. So you learn how to affectionate. Start learning what she needs. I encourage you, men, every week. I say every single week. Especially in the beginning of the week, ask your wife, what can I do this week to make your life easier and better? Challenge you to do that. At the end of the week, ask her, what did I do right and what can I improve? You are telling her that you are dedicated to her. You are willing, you want her best, you want her well-being. These things play emotional security. It make her available for you. So get the finance right. You don't need to have a lot of money. You gotta give vision. Yeah. If you have a vision, you will see things around. You will do things. You will cut off a lot of distraction in your life. So get financially much stable as a provider. Second, be the priest. That should be the first anyway. The priest, be the priest, and then be the financial, be much provider. And then number three, be very willing to meet her emotionally, 100%. And then don't take sex lightly. You want to do sex, do it right. Anybody hear me? Make it as a holy duty because it is. Promise yourself and do all you can do that you're going to give multiple organs to your wife all the time. And study how you get there. And then finally, both of you need to check your health because today we are messed up because of the food and the medication we are taking. If your wife's on birth control and all other stuff, eating the bad food, all of this, both of you need to be aware that it's affecting you emotionally, affecting your hormones, affecting your brain, affecting your functionality. So dedicate to make your wife function. They very much start functioning properly. She feels safe. That's it. It's not hard. It's not difficult. If you're already in a situation where both of you are working, it's all right. Now sit down and show the man. Sit down and have a budget. Let the wife see that you are leading. You are consistent. You are real. And let her be very transparent, 100%. It must be something we must deal with trembling in regard to God. It is God institution, maybe. Be dedicated to always satisfy your wife sexually, emotionally. Give her their mental security, financial security, emotional security. Let her trust you fully. Now, to the woman, same thing. I want to say this, everyone pay attention. Your husband don't want sex. He needs sex to function. The same way, husband, listen, your wife need affection to function. She needs security to function. So when you come to wife, I want you to know that men don't choose to be men. And more than that, we don't even choose to be husband. It had to happen, that's why. So we got to face a lot of role that we got to play. We still have a role to play to our family, our mother and father, all of that, and a role to play toward you and the children. And if we are in the church, we have more role to play as an elder. And then after work, we have a role to play. And so much that we are exhausted. And we believe that you should be a resting place. That's why wives have a power to change a house into a home. A place that is welcoming, it's relaxing, it's regenerating. So follow carefully what husband, wife. The first thing your husband needs is respect. I encourage every woman, if you cannot respect your husband, just leave. Just leave the man alone. Just go. I don't encourage them. I'm saying if you don't want to, that means if you want to, there is a way. I'm calling you instead to be willing. God will help you. Some of us as men, we don't behave right to the point where we don't deserve respect. Now, husband and wife, listen up. Even if the men don't deserve respect, it's divine command to respect your husband. Follow me carefully. If you choose to stay with him, you must find a way to respect him. Not because you are obligated, it's because God says so. It's because of how he will be able to function. And a husband operate in a way that respect is automatic from your heart or from your wife. If you're a husband, you are disrespectful, you are loud. You can't provide properly. And then on bed, you are not that good. And then affection, and everything's dry. And then a priest, you can't be a priest in a home. You make it almost impossible for her to respect you. So they must have a very intentional way to heal. And from there, sex will become a very natural way of expression of belonging to each other. Our problem is we violate everything and we think sex can work. It can't work. It just cannot. So, wife, I want you to know that your husband needs respect more than sex. Way more than that. Second, I want you to pay attention to this stuff right here. And don't forget, all the sisters, listen carefully. It is the fear of God and the faithfulness to God that make your body important to your husband. Write that thing somewhere and put my name on it if you want to. What I'm trying to say is this. If a man don't fear God, he can sleep with any woman out there, then guess what? Your sex means nothing to him. Are you hearing me? Your beautiful body means nothing to him. Why? He can have it anywhere, anytime. In another word, only the fear of God, follow carefully, please. This is a serious statement. Only the fear of God in the life of a husband that made him faithful to you, that would give the importance to your body and your sex and everything. If you remove the fear of God, you can sleep with any woman, anywhere, anytime, and your sex means nothing to him. What do I mean by that? If because the fear of God that he's faithful to you, that's why your body is important for him, then you do not use it against him. It makes sense? Are you hearing me? Because if he was not fearing God, he won't even need you sexually. He didn't fear God anytime he needs sex, you are not available to go and just masturbate himself. So I want you to respect this because it's because of the fear of God. That's why he needs you sexually. Vice versa for men as well. A woman can get sex anytime, anywhere as well. But because she fear God, she said, I'm going to be faithful to my husband. And a husband don't be doing any kind of poor job on bed. Be dedicated because it's a holy duty. Anybody hear me? Having sex is a holy duty, do it right. find 1,000 ways to communicate with her, learn. I encourage a couple to be 100% transparent about sex. Communicate how you want it. Of course, remain in in the realm of the fear of God. Don't go for any pornographic deviation. Of course not. Learn proper biology, belong to each other, fear God. It's going to work. The very moment the brain is selfless, the hormone will follow. So if you have a problem in your marriage and that translates into avoiding sex or using sex to punish each other, I want you, both of you, to know you open the door to demonic power in your home. Sometimes we don't think like we're doing something. You think, I'm punishing him. No, you're destroying your home. You're destroying the father of your children. He will be very less productive. You'll be very stressed out. You're going to be mentally disturbed. You will die before time, guaranteed. A man that does not have sexual satisfaction with the wife will not live long. So what's the point then? A man that's not sexually satisfied cannot be 100% productive. He cannot be a better father to the children because he's mentally disturbed. He feel like in prison. Okay, because I fear God, I can't go out. Now, the only person I choose to be faithful to, she's using it against me. Why do we need us to torture for? What is the point? So please understand my point right here. I'm not here to blame wife or blame husband. I'm describing how serious the problem is and how we should treat it seriously and fix it. So let's sit down and start talking about how to fix this stuff. Husband, humble yourself. One more time. Husband, you're going to be like Christ. Humble yourself. Listen to your wife. If she's telling you the way you address me make me feel a certain way, then ask God to change you. You start learning how to express yourself in a much better way, considering that her emotions are different from your emotions. Second, have education, sexual education. Husband and wife. And wife also neglect to educate themselves. A lot of sisters, married sisters, they don't learn how to make sex with your husband. They just lay down and wait like it was a show. You just come and watch. Now, sister, is called selflessness. You got to be involved. Are you hearing me? It's very necessary. Otherwise, becoming like a duty to the man. He just come in and do his duty and leave. What is that? So when you have this situation, it's not about sex. It's about the selfishness, which is a spiritual problem, displayed in a lack of sex or using sex as punishment or as a resentment, whatever you use it. It's a spiritual problem. So whatever is the problem, I am calling to fix it. Health issue, take care of it seriously. Husband and wife. Husband, take care of your sexual life properly. Take a lot of herbal teas. You can have like sarsaparilla, guinea weed, ginseng, damiana. You have your hemby, you have honey goat, you have Dunkard early. You have so much herb nowadays. Take your herbal tea daily. Exercise properly, rest properly. You're gonna be good. Until the morning of your death, you should be good. Anybody hearing me as a man? Don't sit there eating junk food, eating bad, drinking all the juice full of sugar. You think you have a lot of proper erection. You can't have a proper erection. Now, that sister dedicated to you as a husband, one husband, and you come around with something that can't work right. Fix it. Don't take it lightly because the frustration for women will be open to you and you cannot function. Next to the woman as well. It frustrates your husband to want to have sex with you and you lay down I don't know, like it's just a piece of wood. Now, you gotta be, this is a moment to express selflessness. It must have a word. You gotta be talking to each other. It's necessary. It had to be a moment, the best moment ever. Anyway, I think I try a little bit. May the Lord bless you and keep you. And I will say it's more than sex. It's the expression of God's selflessness. So make sure both of you have selfless mind, the mind of Christ. Both of you look at marriage and sex from divine perspective, that is sacred. God designed to fulfill his purpose. It had to be intentional. It had to be selfless. Then, what are the hindrances we have? Let's solve the problem. Let's solve financial problem. Let's solve health issue. Let's solve emotional issue, the spiritual problem, whatever it is. I want you to be intentional, both of you engage. And don't forget, it's not about sex. It's about the expression of divine selflessness. Fix it if it's not working right. If it's working, improve it. All right? So may the Lord bless you and keep you. And by God's grace, every home, every marriage life, I beg you with divine love, do not stress each other, especially when it's come to sex. If you choose to live together, you must solve this problem 100%. I say 100%. Women, we might not be always available for your husband. That's normal. But what do? Don't make him feel rejected. Your husband come to you, but you are not available. You're so tired. You need to rest. Simple hug and kiss. Say, husband, let me rest a little bit. And later on, I'm going to give it to you right. He does not feel rejected. He's given a new schedule, an appointment. But if you say, don't touch me, I'm tired. It's demonic things. You know why? It's selfish. It's disrespectful. It's dangerous. So may we solve this thing, because we're going to face divine judgment, husband and wife, both of you. So do not take it lightly. Fix it.